Certainty of death, small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
Fellas, I feel this is my lucky day.
Brilliant.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
It's the fairy!
Fuck! Yeah, sorry for that random interchange there. I thought I'd press the button for that clip because I found it and thought, why not play it?
An oldie but a goodie. I love it.
But we're here to talk about Pokemon, and I've got a great panel here. Over here, we've got Jay. Jay, how's it going?
I've been playing Pokemon since Generation 1. I started with Gen 1, so this is a topic that is near and dear to my heart. And there are specific reasons for almost every single Pokemon that I've chosen today. So I am ready to fucking do this. Let's go, boyo.
But also here we've got Alejandro. Alejandro, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, man. I got a lot of stuff going on, but I made it. Let the bells ring out and the banners fly. Feast your eyes on me. But this was something that I thought was incredibly difficult for me because I'm actually not that big a Pokemon fan. I've always been more of a Digimon fan. That's just me. I actually went back and played Pokemon Red for the very first time just to prep for this. So I'm pretty excited to go through. I did manage to pick a few of my personal favorites. I don't know if they'll be anybody else's, but I'm eager to find out.
But yeah, for me, I started with Generation 1. Like I kind of fell off Pokemon along the way, but just because I was often stealing my brother's console Game Boy to play it. But that being said, this was a fun list for me to sort of make because I've got various reasons for me as well making it. But that, adding further ado, how this works is we're each going to go around and nominate a Pokemon we think belongs on the top 12 list. And yeah, and then there's to say yes or no to it. And yeah, so Jay, what is the first one you're going to bring up?
Oh, so this is all right. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go with probably my favorite Generation 1 Pokemon of all time. We all have a starter that we like to choose, and we might have chosen a different one, or we have chosen the correct one. I would like to nominate Charmander first and foremost as the very first Pokemon to make the list, because you get a little bit of a backstory with Charmander and you watch one almost fucking die in the anime, and it endeared me to that Pokemon. Watching him hold that leaf above his tail so it didn't go out is fucking heartbreaking for a show made for 11-year-olds, dude. Like, oh my God.
Alejandro, what do you say about Charmander?
I agree that Charmander is probably the most popular starter to go with. I think a lot of people would choose Charmander to go on the list just automatically. Me, I think there's one rendition of this character, an evolution, if you prefer, that might be better to go on the list. So for that reason, I'm going to say no to Charmander.
Charizard sucks. You don't have enough badges to train him.
I don't. I can agree with you on that.
I mean, there's no rule to say the evolution can't make it on eventually if everyone agrees on it. But that being said, because for me, there's a few Pokemon which I put on my list because, I'm not gonna lie, I did write Charizard on my list, but there's a few of them in which I was going to be like, Well, if someone brings up the pre-evolution, the pre-version of this, I'm not going to say no to it because the character is just as impactful for me. And Charmander is one of those ones that is impactful to me just for the reasons Jay said, like just from the Pokemon anime alone, like just seeing him on that thing when he's abandoned and just that side of him on that rock it just brings tears to my heart. Like Charmander is sort of one of those Pokemon which, like in the anime, there's a lot of emotional things without gaining Pokemon. Some of the other ones might pop up later on down the line. But Charmander does make this list because I say yes to it.
I have an affinity for fire type Pokemon.
But Alejandro, what is your first Pokemon you're going to bring up?
The first Pokemon I'm going with is also my personal favorite all-time Pokemon, but I'll get to my starter a little bit later on. The first one I'm going with is Psyduck. I think is a massively underrated character. I love his interactions with Misty in the show, and I have a theory as to why Psyduck has a headache all the time. It's actually because Psyduck is secretly the strongest Pokemon objectively. He realized the answer to the secret of the universe, and his tiny reptile brain couldn't handle it, so he always has a headache. So for that reason, I'm going with Psyduck. I love that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Psyduck as well. Like Psyduck is just one of those ones that really doesn't get talked about a lot. But this is one of those Pokemon which is like just from the anime. Once again, this is one of those ones that like when you see him in the anime, it's like he's got so much of he's with his always headache and stuff. But this is one I don't mind say. I'm gonna say yes to because I've always loved Psyduck. I mean, like even just seeing him in Detective Pikachu, I think is just one of those things I'm always going to enjoy. Jay, what are your thoughts on Psyduck?
I absolutely adore Psyduck. He is on my list. 100% would have said yes to this. I always like he is one of those Pokemon that I empathize with the most because Misty is just a giant bitch to him all of the time, smacking him in the fucking head and shit for no fucking reason, knowing that he's got a massive headache. Like, yeah, no, he definitely would have gotten a yes from me.
Yes. Yeah. All right, 2 for 2.
This might be our fucking fastest Reckham. Yeah, man.
No joke, man.
But yeah, for my first one, I'm going to go for this one because once again, talking about emotional moments in the Pokemon anime. I mean, if you didn't cry when Ash was releasing his Butterfree into the wild, I do not know what to say about you because, like, that was one of the moments, like, watching it. Like, Butterfree is one of the is a great Pokemon. Like, while a lot of people, there's a lot of people go, "Oh, I'm not going to collect bug Pokemon, all that, but I just don't like bugs." Like, Butterfree is just one of those ones that brings the beautiful of butterflies out and makes them even more impactful as a Pokemon. So, and this is just one of those ones that, like, for me, I'm bringing this up because of the anime, but I also this is one of those ones that I enjoy using a lot when I was playing the games as well. So, but Jay, what are your thoughts on Butterfree?
Not gonna lie, they're on my honorable mentions list. And this Ash's Butterfree is the one that I specifically have on my list. This would have been a yes from me. And seeing as one of my other ones got taken, I can say that without being like, oh no, I have more on my list that I'd wish to see, because two of mine have already made it. So it would be a yes for me.
Alejandro, what do you say about Butterfree?
I'm right there with you, Jay. Like, he's on my list, but very, very low on my list. So yeah. For that reason, I can't really go with him. I think there are other insect Pokemon that people think of before they think of Butterfree when it comes to lists like this. So, I do agree with you, Malcolm, that episode is very heart-wrenching to watch, and Ash is something of a tool for letting Butterfree go, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, he did it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Like it sucked because it was the very first like Pokemon that he caught, not the Pikachu that he was given. It was that very first Caterpie that he meets. But it deserves a spot. I think it deserves a spot.
Yeah. But Jay, what is your next Pokemon you can bring up?
Let's try to get all of our fucking emotional Pokemon out of the way. Like right now, I am going with Meowth, but I'm going with a very specific Meowth. The only Meowth who taught himself how to speak English, and then said, "Fuck bitches, get money," when his heart got ripped out of his fucking chest. This Meowth struggled, taught himself English, and then told a Pokemon that it was in love with it, and it told him to go fuck itself a bit, essentially. And then, like, not even like a life of crime. Like, Jesse and James just don't treat him like shit. So he looks at them, and he's like, fuck it, I'll ride with y'all. Y'all treated me like I was a fucking, like, a Pokemon and a person. Meowth. Specifically Team Rocket's Meowth.
Yeah. Alejandro, what do you say about Meowth?
I agree that is a very well fleshed out character. They all are, they're, which you don't expect from the comedic relief. They're Bulk and Skull, but even Bulk and Skull evolved as characters throughout the show. So, being specific, Meowth did not make my list at all. I think there are other Pokemon that would be on the list, but specifically that Meowth, I'm gonna say yeah, definitely that one.
I mean, like, even if you didn't say yes, I was going to say yes to Meowth because I mean, I'm one of those ones like I like even outside of the anime, I use Meowth. Like when as soon as I caught Meowth in the games, I used them a lot. And it's just one of those ones that I mean, Meowth can get you money by using the payday attack. I mean, what name another Pokemon that can do that?
I don't think I played this game right too.
But yeah, Meowth makes the list easily. And Alejandro, what is your next Pokemon?
All right, this time I am going to go with my starter. The first grass Pokemon that we're going to talk about, Bulbasaur. Man, you gotta love Bulbasaur. I love Bulbasaur. And you want to talk about heart-wrenching moments in the anime? That dude did not want to evolve. He just wanted to stay as him. It was kind of like this weird Doctor Who moment flashback for me. I don't want to go. It's very, very tough. But I really like Bulbasaur, and I want him to make the list. I can't imagine why he wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, look, when it comes to the starters, like I like Bulbasaur. I mean, but Charmander can beat Bulbasaur any day. But yeah, I'm actually gonna say no to Bulbasaur just because I do like the Pokemon. It's just one of those ones that like a lot of the grass Pokemon all have similar moves. It doesn't stand out there that much for me. But Jay, what do you say about Bulbasaur?
Oh, I don't have a single grass type Pokemon on my list. Like
weird.
Oh. And like if I did, it wouldn't be it. Oh. Because we're gonna get into this whole thing, and then like if I say yes, it goes up on the poll, and then people are gonna be mad that like their favorite starter Pokemon didn't get enough votes.
Right.
So just for the chaos of that, I'm gonna say yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna say he makes it because I want to see the world burn.
Burn it down.
And with that, Bulbasaur does make this list.
Yes.
It's on to me. I'm going to go for this one. I'm going to get this one out the way because it's probably the most obvious one. It is right behind Jay at the moment. I'm going to bring up Pikachu.
There was no getting around it.
Yeah, because like Pikachu is one of those ones that, like, when the anime came out, they made Pokemon Yellow a thing which actually had Pikachu follow you around all the time. Actually, I'm not sure if the game came out for the anime, but I don't know. But look, Pikachu's probably one of the most famous of the Pokemon. It's the one that sort of,
I would say he's the most famous Pokemon.
Probably.
yeah, and it's
He's
just
the only fucking Pokemon with a Thanksgiving Day parade float, like, or
one of the balloons.
Balloon.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
yeah, and I mean, like, Ash got it because the stupid idiot fell asleep and missed out on a Pokemon, which apparently there's more than 3 trainers in Pallet Town, apparently.
Yeah, there's Professor Oak, there's Ass Face, and then there's your character.
Right. And sometimes not even the first 2.
That's fair.
But Jay, what do you say about Pikachu?
I really want to say no, but I can't. Like, people who don't even know Pokemon know Pikachu. Like, he's the quintessential Pokemon. Like, everybody knows who the fuck he is. So just for that reason, I'd be a dick if I said no. So I'm not going to say no to this one.
Alejandro, what you have said about Pikachu?
I mean, it's the Kermit the Frog thing all over again, man. Like, there's no getting around it. He is the quintessential Pokemon. He's the most marketable. He's the most recognizable. Anybody, anywhere would know who Pikachu was. So, I mean, for the chaos, I would have said no, but I was never going to win that argument.
I mean, I thought this was going to be the only mention of him, to tell you the truth. I didn't think anybody would actually have the balls to bring him up. Like,
But for that, we're going to move over to Jay.
This is the first time I'm going to bring up, like, an option for multiple Pokemon, right? And I'm just gonna get it out of the way. It's gonna be our first. It's gonna be our first pure water type on this list. I'm going with the Squirtle Squad. I'm not going with just a singular Squirtle. I'm going with the Squirtle Squad. Them badasses that wore leather jackets and fucking sunglasses like gangsters. Okay,
yeah, like
let's be real here. Exactly, fucking Squirtle Squad.
Exactly.
Alejandro, what do you say about Squirtle?
For the Squirtle Squad, I actually have one of the evolutions on my list instead of Squirtle straight up. So for that reason, I'm going to say no. I got another option that I want to go with.
So
it's leather jacket clad Squirtles rocking sunglasses. Yeah. They are the outsiders of the Pokemon world.
I'm not arguing with it, but
they're the squirt pack.
So I'm in an interesting situation here. I could cause chaos and make this the only start and not make this list.
Yeah, you can. You have all the power.
But unfortunately, I cannot do that because I do. I mean, I do enjoy the Squirtle Squad episode of Pokemon, and look, this is just one of those ones that I am going to say yes to. So to finish off our trifecta, all the 3 starters are going to make this list.
Cool.
I had a feeling they would, like, even if RJ was here, bastard.
Yeah. But Alejandro, what is your next nomination?
Oh, it's my turn. Okay, sweet. I'm going to go with. I have one or the other that I can go with. I'm going to say one of the most elusive Pokemon, at least in Pokemon Red that I recently played. I'm going to say Evie. Eevee is such a cool Pokemon that you want to talk about having the option of multiple Pokemon. Eevee is like, well, she's not the ultimate option. There is the ultimate option, but she's a good alternative. And I really like the design of Eevee. I think she's a super cool Pokemon, just very chill. Doesn't really get talked about all that often because she just likes to hang out, and I can appreciate that. So for that reason, I'm going with Eevee.
Yeah, so just like you, Alejandro, I've actually got one of the evolutions
Rock on.
on my list. And as much as I like Eevee, I'm going to say no because I think the evolution I've got is probably a better looking in that. But Jay, what do you say about Eevee?
Yeah, I didn't get Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu for the Switch. I got Pokemon Let's Go Eevee for the Switch.
Yes.
I am going to do my damnedest to make sure that very few fucking evolutions make this list.
All right.
So I think there are better base. I think Generation 1 had the best base Pokemon. So I'm going to say yes to Eevee. And it's only because I actually really enjoy Eevee as a Pokemon.
What I can't understand is why there's only one in the entire game, and then it's like, you got to evolve her. I'm like, I'm not going to evolve Eevee.
Nope. I will get that bitch to level 100 and not use a single stone.
Exactly.
Get fucked. I'll put an Everstone on that bitch. Watch me.
But that being said, it's on me. So, I mean, why have one Pokemon when you can have a Pokemon that can become any Pokemon you want it to be? I'm going to bring up Ditto. Well, this is one of those ones that a lot of people may dismiss as like a cheat in a way, but I really enjoy Ditto, and like Ditto's only ability being transform and can become any Pokemon it wants. It's just really one of those ones that I enjoy. Just for the thing, like if you come across a trainer that has a Pokemon that you don't have, and you want to kind of find out what the powers are like to see if you want to catch it later down the line, then Ditto is probably a good way to do it. But
Gesundheit.
I have no idea how this is going to go. But Jay, what do you say about Ditto?
I am the reason why PETA hates Pokemon, because all I do is get a Ditto and put it in the fucking daycare and made it. So I have Pokemon eggs in every single generation ever, but that's not a good enough reason for it to make this list. So I'm going to say no.
Alejandro, what do you say about Ditto?
Ditto, unironically, was the ultimate option. I was saying, when you want multiple Pokemon, you can't do better than a Ditto. And even the quote-unquote defective one from the show that couldn't transform its face was a kick-ass Pokemon. So
I did love that Pokemon. I did love that Ditto.
It's a great episode, and it's one of the things that stands out about the show. So I got to say, Ditto, yes, absolutely.
All right.
But with that, Ditto does make this list.
And how many spots does that leave us with, Malcolm?
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We have 3 more spots left.
Yeah. Jay, what is your next nomination?
All right, so Eevee's off the list. Charmander, Squirtle, Meowth, Psyduck all made it. I'm not going to bring up a meme Pokemon yet, even though there are so many that I can think of to bring up. I'm going to bring up what people probably assume is the most useless Pokemon in all of the games ever. And it's a little goldfish that is based on the legend of a fish swimming up a mountain jumping over a bridge and transforming into a dragon and becoming the greatest Pokemon in the game, the most powerful Pokemon in the game. I'm going with Magikarp because Magikarp is the ultimate definition of not living up to potential until the time is right. It's a Pokemon that only has Splash until it runs out of moves, and then Flail and Struggle, and then becomes one of the hardest hitting Pokemon in the game when that happens. I'm going Magikarp.
Alejandro, what do you say about Magikarp?
I agree with that analysis. Magikarp is a horribly underrated Pokemon. He just starts off as this bag of sand, essentially, that you wait for a little while, and he explodes into this big thing. But I think people would rather have the big thing rather than the bag of sand. So for that reason, I'm gonna say Magikarp no.
But I would draw that.
Yes. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm also going to say no to Magikarp.
Malcolm, if you say some dumb shit next, like I want to make Chansey, I want to put Chansey on this fucking list, I am leaving. I'm going to fucking quit your show.
Well, I'm not going to do something like that. But it's just one of those ones. Like, while I appreciate Jay's analogy of Magikarp and the fact that it does transform into a big beast, so to speak. I've always, yeah. You'll find out in a minute. Alejandro, what is your next nomination?
That's very strange. That was the first one that didn't make the list. Me, I'm actually gonna go with Chansey. No, I'm just kidding. That was a good. I'm not gonna go with Chansey. That's ridiculous. No, I'm gonna go with my next one of my next favorites because I'm biased towards music. I want to go with Jigglypuff. I said it back when we did the top 12 Muppets. Any Muppet that can play an instrument is an automatically better Muppet. That same logic applies here. All he does is sing a song, make people pass out, and just draw on them. Like, how dare you fall asleep during my song? I appreciate it.
So I'm just going to draw a bunch of dicks on you.
I love it.
So Jigglypuff is on the table. This is tough for me because I do like the character Jigglypuff, especially in the anime, just one of those divas, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like, fuck's sake, you fell asleep again.
Again? How dare you?
So, just for that, I am going to give it a slight yes.
Oh my god.
Jay, what do you say about Jigglypuff?
I literally, on my honorable mentions list, have Jigglypuff as seen from above. And it's a fucking meme! You let one of the meme Pokemon on this list, and this is the one y'all chose.
This is what I'm here for, man.
Fuck you guys. No, this isn't bad. Like, honestly. Like, it's not one that I would have chosen. It's like it's literally the very last one on my honorable mentions list. And that's literally just for the meme of it's a Jigglypuff as seen from above. But
fair enough. Let the chaos ensue in the comments.
But yeah, so the reason I say no to Magikarp is because on my list I've got Gyarados, and I really do like Gyarados more. Well, while I appreciate the magic that it does, Gyarados is evolved from Magikarp. I do think Gyarados is the best one. I think if we're going to have if we are going to have an evolution on here, I think Gyarados is the one that I think we should have on here over the first form. But Jay, what do you say about Gyarados?
The only Gyarados that I want on my list is the red Gyarados from the Lake of Rage, but that is not Generation 1. So for that reason and that reason alone, I'm gonna say no.
Alejandro, what do you say about Gyarados?
Well, Gyarados is again one of, I think, the quintessential Pokemon. When you start thinking about Pokemon, he's one of the first images that comes to your brain. For the sake of the list, however, we already have a water type on there, and I want to get as much variety on here as possible. For that reason, Gyarados is going to get a no from me.
That's fair.
But they're going to move back over to Jay.
So we only got 2 spots left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to bring up the most emotionally crushing, the most depressing Pokemon that anybody can ever think of, with the world's most tragic backstory. The Pokemon that wears the skull of its mother. We're going Cubone.
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
Alejandro, what do you say about Cubone?
That was a very surprising pull. I wasn't expecting you to say that one, because when you say Pokemon with the most tragic backstory, I have one on my list that I think beats Cubone. That said, I can't argue that Cubone is, again, one of those quintessential Pokemon. When you think about Pokemon, Cubone inevitably pops up. Ooh, this one's tough. But I think there are other Pokemon that I'd like to see make the list. So for Cubone, I'm going to say no.
But yeah,
like emotional trauma as a child.
I know, right? Shame on me.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't argue against Cubone. Like it's not a Cubone isn't one that I wrote down on my list, but this is one that there's a few that I didn't write down. Like, well, if it comes up, I'm probably going to say yes to it anyway. Cubone is one of them. Just for everything that Jay said, really, like just the fact that it's wearing his mother's dead skull on his head is just heartbreaking enough. So yeah, Cubone makes this list, and we move over to Alejandro.
I appreciate that. And once again, I have no dog in this fight, but being that we have only one Pokemon left to put on the list, when you say tragic backstory, I got to think of probably, arguably, the strongest Pokemon from Generation 1, one of the ones to close out Gen 1. I'm going to nominate Mewtwo. As far as tragic backstories and just raw energy storytelling, Mewtwo's pretty kick-ass, so Mewtwo definitely, I think, belongs on the list.
But he sucks as a Pokemon. Like, in the games, he is trash.
But yeah, Mewtwo is one of the, like, I didn't put Mewtwo on my list, but like the backstory of Mewtwo is a tragic backstory, and like even in the movie, like I think the only emotional bit is more on Ash's side when he stands in front of all the Pokemon to save them from the attack, as opposed to the Mewtwo himself. But because I never liked Mewtwo in the games, like I didn't think he was good. And I think he was good as a villain in the movie, but that's kind of all we've kind of got to really go on for Mewtwo. So I'm actually going to say no. Jay, what do you say about Mewtwo?
I will say the best thing that Mewtwo ever did was give a quote to a villain from Skyrim. Like, honestly, his whole little I see now my life is my own and blah 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 blah. It is not the the deeds one does. It is not the birth of one. Thank you. It's not the circumstances of one's birth, but what they choose to do with their life. Yeah. Is literally the exact same thing that Parthenax says in fucking Skyrim. And I think Parthenax did it better. And I think it was more understood after watching Mewtwo say it. But he's just garbage in the game. And all of these Pokemon have at least some type of almost advantage when it comes to it, because all he does is psychic attacks, and they're not even powerful psychic attacks. If he had a better like base strength stat, better speed stat, it would be one thing, but he's just kind of booty, bro. So I would say no based just purely on that. But great villain. Definitely a great villain. Like definitely like that very first like villain in a movie where like I kind of sympathized with him until he did that bitch shit in Fucked with Ash. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll take the L on that one.
It's a good choice though. It's a good choice.
Yeah. But I don't know if but it's on me, and I don't know if this Pokemon stands a ghost of a chance, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to bring up Haunter. Haunter is one of those Pokemon which I really enjoyed, and just from the episode in Pokemon where he's in Lavender Town sort of playing pranks on everything, and Ash befriends him.
The one with the Hex Maniac.
Yeah. And it's just one of those ones that I've really enjoyed seeing in the anime, and I think Ghost Pokemon, do get a bit of a rap. Like people like, oh, they're just not that great, like at all there. But Haunter is one of the ones, and I do like the fact that in the new Pokemon journeys, like Ash finally got a Gengar, which is kind of a roundabout thing from the very first season, like when he's befriended this Haunter, and just but so yeah, I'm gonna try for Haunter and see what happens. Jay, what do you say about Haunter?
I liked the Hex Maniac more than I liked the Haunter, and I tried to evolve this Pokemon as fast as possible when I got it, because I don't personally care for this Pokemon. I don't personally care for Haunter. I prefer Ghastly and Gengar more than Haunter, so that would be a no from me, because I think there's at least one more Pokemon that deserves to make this list over Haunter, but we do need some ghost type representation. But sadly, it's still going to be a very thin line no for me.
Alejandro, what do you say about Haunter?
I think you both bring up some very good points. We do need a ghost Pokemon on the list. I actually have Haunter on my list in the same spot as Ghastly, because I could not choose which one of them should make the list. But Haunter, I think, is the stronger point of the two. I think Ghastly is a cool Pokemon. I think that people really like him, but I think more people know who Haunter is. If they saw him, they would know him. And when you're talking about the top 12 best Pokemon, I think you have to have that factor. So Haunter, I'm going to say yeah.
Oh.
And with that, Haunter does make the list. Jay, what are some honorable mentions that you had?
All right, well, so Jigglypuff, as seen from above, makes the list. So that was my very last one, but I'm going to bring it up first because it should only be Jigglypuff as seen from above. Ammonite, Ghastly, Pidgeotto, Bird Jesus, the other memeable Pokemon. Kind of looks like our friend Alejandro here. Farfetch'd, Arcanine, Vulpix, Slowpoke, and then my cheat is Missing No. The missing numbers glitch Pokemon that you can only find if you fucking cheat the software.
But Alejandro, what are some honorable mentions that you had?
Some of the honorable mentions that didn't make the list: Butterfree, of course, Wartortle, Charizard.
Made the list.
As far as Squirtle made the list, sure, but I mean,
no, Butterfree made the list.
Oh, Butterfree did make the list. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Butterfree was like the third one.
I lost count after we just did all of them. Yes,
check the private chat. Check the private chat.
Okay. Yes. Arbok. I really wanted to throw a snake Pokemon on there. Venonat, Bellsprout, Golem, Slowpoke, Onyx, Cloyster, Snorlax,
Okay.
Tauros, Zapdos. I really wanted to throw on there, but Rapidash and Vulpix. Those were my honorable mentions.
See, I probably would have said yes to Ponyta before Rapidash.
I think Rapidash is a kick-ass name.
I know, I get you.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, I also had Rapidash on my list. But I also had Gengar. I was tossing up between Gengar and Haunter multiple times.
When you said Gengar, the ghost of Clefairy, it would have been, it would have been over. I would have said yes.
But yeah, I also had Kangaskhan.
Kangaskhan.
Jolteon is my favorite of the Eevee evolutions.
And,
Well, it's Flareon.
it's Glaceon.
And Glaceon's not Gen 1.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry.
So if we're going non-Gen 1, it's Espeon. Let's be real here.
I mean, hell, we could probably do a rankum of Eevee evolutions at this point.
Yeah, we probably
I think there are 12.
Well, I mean, even if there's not, I can do a special one like top 9 or however much it is. It seems like just every generation has a new one, and it's really hard to keep track of these days.
Yeah,
there are
there's
9.
a little bit. There are
Yeah.
9. Okay.
There are 9. Well, there are 9 including Eevee. There are 8 evolutions and Eevee.
Oh, okay.
And you can't forget the OG.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we just got to wait one more generation. There'll be 3 more.
Facts. Facts.
But with that being said, now time to get on to the fun part of actually ranking these. We're each going to write down on a whiteboard what we want, which Pokemon we want at 12, and so on. But so we're starting off with 12, obviously.
I'm surprised we don't have anybody in the chat, Malcolm. I thought there were more nerds in our community.
I mean, there is one person that watching, so so someone watching, if you're in the chat, say something.
Sound off.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of surprised because I know there's a lot of people that do like Pokemon out there.
That's what I'm saying.
My pen isn't working. Give me just a moment.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
But
what Pokemon are you keeping in that aquarium?
but while we wait so I can get him to say what he's going to vote when he gets back. But Jay, what do you have for 12?
I have Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff.
I actually have Ditto.
Interesting. I was actually going to go with Jigglypuff for number 12.
Okay. Makes sense. What Pokemon do you have in that aquarium behind you?
Oh, this is my own Arbok or Ekans, if you prefer.
Fuck yeah. All right. Bet. What kind?
That is my BCI boa constrictor. His name's Jake. He's about 4 feet long now.
Jake the Snake.
Yes. I feel every snake owner has a snake called Jake at some point.
You have to. Like, it's a rite of passage.
Yeah.
But hello there, Iron Bat 1993.
Oh, what's up?
Mewtwo was not robbed, by the way. Mewtwo was just fine not making the list and being an honorable mention. It's okay. It's okay to be wrong, Iron.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with it. I got no dog in this fight.
But Alejandro, what do you have for 11?
Oh, number 11, I went with Ditto. Love the little guy. He's not going to make the top 10.
Ditto.
Oh, would have
Jay.
made my top 10. Boy, I had Haunter.
Oh, wow. I love Haunter, man. He's way up on the list for me.
Like, I feel like the top 5 are going to be a bitch. Like, legit. I feel like the top 5 are going to suck.
Maybe. That's what you get for having me on here.
Oh no, you have no idea. I am the hardest individual to work with on Rankum. Oh, and I'm proud of it too.
All right.
Because I always ask for not necessarily caveats, but like if we're doing like top 12 MCU moments, I like there are 20 fucking 5 movies. Don't choose 8 moments from the same fucking movie.
Yeah.
You're literally making it too easy. Fucking actually go back and rewatch the movies and choose something. Not, oh, Cap wields the hammer, Cap and Thanos, fucking Cap in this. We're not doing the top 12 Captain America moments, guys.
No, we'll get to that one, I'm sure.
But
we did. It was 3.5 hours long.
For number 10, Malcolm, what you got?
For number, I was getting there. For number 10, I've got Evie. Jay.
Didn't change it from Haunter.
This one's interesting. I went with Butterfree.
Iron.
So
Iron. Drop which one?
Yeah.
Which one's number 11?
So I'm bet we've got a tie. So pick Evie, Butterfree, or Haunter. Which one do you want at 10? And
I'm curious to see what happens. Also, share the video. See who's watching.
Yeah.
Did you share it to the Facebook page, Malcolm?
Yeah.
Okay.
I shared to the face. I always also share it on my personal one as well.
That's fair.
I'll
He said
share it
Haunter.
after.
He said
Haunter
Haunter.
is
Well, they said Haunter.
Haunter.
I'm sorry, Iron. I don't know your gender. If I misgendered you, I apologize.
But
What up, Jordan Anderson?
And yes, I do have a new camera. But now we move over to 9. And Jay, what do you
it's
have
Mark.
for 9?
I think. Wait, no, I don't know. I have Bulbasaur.
Oh,
Alejandro.
really low for Bulbasaur. I went with Haunter.
He's already gone.
Haunter.
Go.
He said as well.
Darn. This is me paying attention, fellas.
Just write another one.
There we
real
go. I did it.
But yeah, Evie. So Jordan or Iron Bat. If you we've got Butterfree, Evie, Bulbasaur. Which one do you want at 9? As we wait to at someone at 3. I'm assuming that's confirming that it is Mark.
Well, no, I think it's confirming that it's a dude. I don't know if it is Mark though.
But
because he's Mark the Bat, not Iron Bat, and Butterfree makes the fucking list at number 9.
Cool.
Bad decision. Iron Bat 1993. That episode is emotionally crushing, and is a good Pokemon, or as I call them, Pokermans.
Yeah.
You know what? Didn't make my honorable mentions, Jordan. Hypno did not make my honorable mentions, but I do like him and Drowsy. And I just had my list set up and I didn't want like 40 fucking honorable mentions. So that's the only reason. Because I was very particular about the list that I created or curated, I should say. But not a bad one at all.
I'm with you. Out of Hypno and Drowsy, I'd rather go with Drowsy, and he was actually number 8 on my personal list.
But with that, Alejandro, what do you have for 8?
For number 8, I went with everybody's favorite Pokemon, Charmander.
I'm sticking with Evie. Jay.
I went with Onion Turtle.
So we've got another tie. Evie, Bulbasaur, or Charmander. Which one do you want at 8?
We're the best at Pokemon.
Oh, that's Onion Turtle. Everybody know that's
Everybody
Big
know.
Dick B.
Respect the bulb.
Evie makes it.
Evie.
Evie is going to be at 8.
Also, guys, if you don't follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Lose Theron, LOOZTHERIN. Directly after this, I will be playing Pokemon Legends of Arceus on my Twitch. Fucking come and say what's up. Follow your boy.
Right after this, I'm going to continue my rewatch of Digimon Adventure Season 1.
Is that the new one or is that the old one?
That is the old one. I started it last week, and I just kind of got swept up. It happens.
I am in the middle of switching back and forth between my wife and kids and Bernie Mac.
Oh, those are pretty funny. I would rather have the Bernie Mac show, but either way.
Rest in peace, Uncle Bernie.
But Jay, what do you have for 7?
Onion Turtle.
Alejandro.
Fire Lizard?
Bulbasaur.
Okay,
Oh,
thank
man.
you. Thank you. It's about fucking time.
That's so low for Bulbasaur.
It's really not, though.
I am personally offended. How dare you?
Oh, no. You're offended. He made it in the top 8, bro. Calm down. Okay, so give us a quick rundown of what we got left, Malcolm, please.
Please and thank you.
So what we have left is we've got Charmander, Psyduck, Meowth, Pikachu, Squirtle, and Cubone.
I don't remember who's going first.
You.
Is it me?
Yeah, because I went first with Onion Turtle.
Oh, that's right. Cubone.
Squirtle.
Oh.
Jay.
Pika, bitch.
So we've got a tie. We've got Squirtle, Cubone, and Pikachu.
Yes.
Chat. The first one I see pop up in the comments will be the one that.
Bulbasaur, I don't want to go. No, he hits you with the quote too. You gotta Photoshop. Photoshop the 10th Doctor's face there, David Tennant's face onto the Bulbasaur. I don't want to go.
He's like the number 2 Pokemon. I'm telling you.
He's not the number 2 Pokemon.
You know what? We can battleground about it later.
Yes, that's fine. I am down. We can argue this all day. I will tell you, Ember will ruin your shit, bro.
Oh my god!
But that being said, chat. I'll say it again: Squirtle, Cubone, or.
And just remember, Pikachu got it.
Oh,
Iron Pat said Pikachu. And just as a heads up, because Jordan Anderson, I think, missed it. It's not just Squirtle overall.
Oh, yeah.
Squirtle Squad Squirtles.
Yep. The T-Squirts.
But Pikachu is going to be number 6 on this.
Also, I think way too high for Pikachu.
I mean, for me, it's way too low.
All right.
But Jay, what do you have for 5?
The most abused Pokemon in all of the show, Psyduck.
Alejandro.
I went with Charmander.
Chat, Squirtle, Charmander, or Psyduck?
This is why we need a 4th, bro.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, in saying that, even if he got a fourth, who knows if RJ was going to agree with any of us, and
That's
he ends
true.
up making
You
it
know,
a
Gordon,
fourth.
RJ,
four-way
that
tie.
gigantic bastard, would have agreed with me almost 80% of the time. Oh, Squirtle.
We got
Actually-
Squirtle.
Squirtle is good.
Actually, it's what we have is Squilt.
Squilt.
Because it's Squirte, but there he goes. He changed it. It's Squirtle.
I guess Iron Bat is our fourth for this one.
But not gonna lie, this is probably the first time which most of this list has been decided based on the order has been mostly based on the chat.
Yeah,
No, you better put that in the poll too.
right, exactly.
Like, we didn't agree on any of this shit.
Not at all.
Wait, what do we have left? I'm sorry.
Charmander, Psyduck, Meowth, and Cubone.
Mhm. All right.
Okay.
But for me, I've got Cubone. Jay.
Where my mother's dead head is a headdress. Cubone.
Alejandro.
Cubone, fellas.
Hey, finally.
We did
Finally.
We can work as a team.
T-squirts.
If I can change, then you can change. Everybody can change.
J-A-A. All right, so we've got Charmander, Psyduck, and Meowth left. All right.
I'd be very surprised if we can clean sweep all three of those. Jay, I believe we're you, sir.
Oh, Malcolm, are you ready?
Yep, I was just getting a name written down. But Jay, what do you have for free?
Say
Alejandro.
Meow. That's right.
Psyduck.
Oh, man.
But now we've got Charmander versus Meowth, a very interesting Pokemon battle.
Oh, so we write down what we want as number one, right?
Yep.
I lived Game Freak for 25 years, bro. I don't want to hear any of this shit. I know my Pokemon, dog.
But Jay, what do you have for your number one?
Fire Lizard.
Alejandro.
I went with Coin Cat.
Fire Lizard for the win.
I was never gonna win that one. I just wanted to see what would happen, and it went down exactly the way I thought it would. But hey, at least number one wasn't Pikachu.
Facts. I'm so glad it got out when it did. Holy shit.
Woo.
Oh.
But with that being said, our top 12 Pokemon, we've got specifically from Gen 1, we've got Jigglypuff at number 12, Ditto at 11, Haunter at 10, Butterfree at 9, Evie at 8, Bulbasaur at 7, Pikachu at 6, Squirtle at 5, Cubone at 4, Psyduck at 3, Meowth at 2, and Charmander at 1. But you can find Jay, we can find you online.
You can find me on Facebook, but don't find me there. The only place I want people actually following me is twitch.tv/Loose there, and it's right there on the screen. And like this little note right here says, right after this, I am going to stream Pokemon Legends of Arceus. So if you want to watch somebody just talk a whole bunch of shit while playing a Pokemon RPG, I'm your boy. Get at me, because that's all I'm gonna be doing for the next couple hours.
Hell to the yeah.
The worst Super Smash Bros. Character is actually Ice Climbers. Go fuck yourself, Jordan.
Also, I just want to point out we weren't ranking Super Smash Brothers characters. That might be a list for another day.
There are like 48 characters. It's so not worth it.
I'll have to play a Smash Brothers game first, but yeah, I'm in.
But Alejandro, where can people find you online?
Oh, you can find me at the Alejandro Hernandez on Facebook. Check out my YouTube channel, the AH Official, and of course, I'm always doing Take 3, or I was on Battleground last night with that guy Jay, and it was a fun time. So I'm always busy. I'm always doing something. Subscribe to the channel.
You want to
you
drop
can find
that
me on
in
Take.
the... Sorry, Malcolm, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You want to drop that in the private chat, Alejandro?
Oh, sure.
Your YouTube?
Yes.
But you can find me you can find me on Rankum every Saturday. I have a poll up in just a minute with the options for next week's episode. There's a random echo that just came up now.
I think it was Alejandro.
Yeah, but yeah, and you can find me, and you can also find me over on Full Metal, where I host Full Metal Random every week. This coming week is a match all about the Coen brothers. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And until next time, keep listening, shit.